Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is April 6th, 2021. Happy Tuesday everybody. I hope everybody's having a terrific Tuesday thus far. Sorry for getting on the video a little bit late, guys, but you know what? I was waiting around a little bit for that SEC news and the Ripple lawsuit today, so I wanted to wait around and give a little bit of information on that. But there was some things that I did want to cover today of interest, so that you guys can kind of pay attention to what's going on as well. But anyway, guys, I hope that you guys are again doing well. You guys are having a terrific Tuesday, wherever you may be, whoever is listening to the video today, yesterday's video, and the other videos. I want to thank you. First and foremost, you guys are the reason why I'm here today, again, producing another video. I hope that you find some of the information accurate, and you find that is reliable and is trustworthy to the point where you are going down the right lane, looking for some good, valuable things that are happening with the crypto space. But anyway, guys, we're going to get right up into that coin market cap because, it's all about XRP these days. And, you know what? It had to come full circle. And, right now we are coming full circle, especially with the lawsuit. And there's some couple of things that we're going to talk about, keeping you up to date with Janet Yellen, titles of nobility amendment, and, some of the things that the SEC previously had said in regards to Ripple and their their actual language when it comes to if it was a security or not. And then we're going to follow up on a tweet that was put out by a person, and then we're also going to follow up with some information from a Twitter user, or a crypto Twitter user that posted on today's SEC news. So anyway, Bitcoin's dominance is at 55%. It could go a little bit lower. It's at my particular favorite number, but that's where it needs to continue to have a decline, so that the other funds will appreciate as well as those monies are trickling down to the other assets below Bitcoin, which is now trading at $57,994. Holding on to the number one position. And then Ethereum is at $2,113, 115, as we see some price movement as we are recording live at the moment. And very impressive, $406.78. You got Binance Coin. And guys, it's at number 3. If you've been listening to the channel, I wanted to get in at $180, $180. It never went down that far. It did get to a little bit close to 200, but you know what, guys? I missed the boat on that. Now, could it go down some more? Perhaps, maybe. But as these exchanges are beginning to use their tokens, the token exchanges, the value for those tokens will greatly appreciate. And you've heard me talk about them, certain select tokens like the BTR and the Nexo token. Those are kind of like on my radar as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue, because look who's creeping back up in the top 4 right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got XRP a little bit over $1, up 15% in the last 24 hours, 80% appreciation over the last 7 days, right on the heels of the phone call that took place today. Again, good news coming out for XRP hodlers and those people who have held on for dear life when it comes to XRP, not getting shaken out by FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. For those who don't know what that means, there's nothing anyone or any entity can tell you or whatnot that should shake you out of your position. No one will ever shake me out of my position. And you know what? They shouldn't do that to you either. As long as you're on the ride with me and on that boat with me, We're going to sell this into the sunlight, okay, until the next day when it comes right back on up. So at the end of the day, hold on to that XRP until it's appreciated to something like that of that Bitcoin. All right. Anyway, Tether 5, we can't do really too much about that unless you're trading, one for one, or you want the stability to get to another exchange. But usually there's faster, quicker payment mechanisms that help you save money on the back end when you send money from one exchange to another. And hopefully you've heard me say that here. So like if you're using maybe like a Algorand or like maybe a Stellar, send it to another exchange. It's cheaper, it's faster, and pretty much feeless. Anyway, Polkadot is at $43.02. Cardano is at $1.25. Number 7. We like I said, we was coming back to push some of these guys around out of the top positions because XRP has to take its natural position, its natural place in the coin market cap, which is in the top 3. So, right now it's at 46 billion. All right. We right on the hills of BNB at 62. So, you know what? If it can go up maybe $1.50, $1.60, we'll be back in the top 3 in a reckon. And I'm pretty sure that will happen in short order as long as, people continue to relist XRP on their exchanges, which I do think is coming. Anyway, Uniswap, $31.04. Litecoin at number 9, $236.97. So if you guys have been holding on to Litecoin like I have since $50, even below that, you guys are in good prime position and you guys are in profit. Chainlink, $34.36, and number 11, you got $654.47. You got Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar again pushing back into the top 12, trying to get back into the top 10. It's been muscled around a little bit, but anytime XRP moves, Stellar moves. So if you guys are in a good position with both, like I am, then you know what, we're gonna double dip. And you know what, you do your due diligence, do your own research. But again, this is never going to be financial advice, and I am surely not a financial advisor. I just do research that lead me down the path to getting money. And if you like money like I do, you like gains and profits like I do, then I think that you listen to me just a little bit, and then you tweak what I'm saying for your own course of action as far as building your portfolio, how you see things, and what you resonate with. But again, I can only give you what's been working for me, like that Dogecoin. When people thought it was going to go away, it's now up at 6 cents. VeChain 11 cents. So like guys, these were not even a penny less than a month ago, and here we are at 11 cents, things like that. So there's all kind of profitability out there. You got to just do your own research. Go with what you know. Don't let people talk you out of money. Don't let people talk you out of making the decision that can actually help you in the long run. And I just always have to say, there's sometimes, of course, there's a reluctance when it comes to investing in other cryptocurrencies or other digital assets. I get it, and sometimes we, kind of get ahead of ourselves and we say, oh, this is the one, this is the one. I get it. I understand. XRP is the one. But again, I cannot just sit there on the sidelines when all of these other cryptocurrencies are making moves, and I'm letting those gains just go on to the side. Yes, I will benefit from all of it, and I want you all to benefit from it too. So again, do your due diligence, continue to build, don't break yourself, do what you can, do what you can afford to lose, and watch it grow slowly but surely. That's just my suggestion. Anyway, we're going to get right up into this article from The Guardian. Janet Yellen calls for a global minimum corporate tax rate. Just yesterday, we talked about no taxes on precious metals, gold, silver, the likes. And that was a bill that they were, pushing forward to have hopefully signed into law where, we don't pay taxes. But here we have Janet Yellen, U.S. Treasury Secretary, made comments on the Republicans, as some Republicans and some Democrats push back on Joe Biden's $2.3 trillion infrastructure bill. Now, guys, if you guys are, investigators in what is in this infrastructure bill, it has nothing to do with the infrastructure. Okay, and I'll just read briefly a little bit of it, and then you make your own decisions about what you think, what she is saying. The Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen made a case for a global minimum corporate tax rate on Monday as the Biden administration faces opposition to its plan to raise rates on U.S. businesses. Raise rates on U.S. businesses. Red flag number one. Yellen's comments come as Republicans and some Democrats have pushed back on Biden's proposed $2.3 trillion infrastructure investment bill. The bill would be funded in part by raising rates on U.S. businesses and closing loopholes that allow domestic and foreign corporations to take advantage of lower taxes overseas. Now, I'm going to contradict that statement in the next article, but this statement right here should stand out to all of you, and all of us should be concerned when it comes to this, because this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay? Competitiveness is about more than how the U.S. headquartered companies fare against other companies in global merger and acquisition bids, Yellen said in a remarks to the Chicago Council on Global Affairs. It is about making sure the governments have stable tax systems that raise sufficient revenue to invest in essential public goods and respond to crisis, and that all citizens fairly share the burden of financing the government. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you it is not our responsibility to finance the government. Okay, that's why we need to go back to sound money. Okay, when you have all of these people wanting us, the people that go out to work, what do you think is going to happen? Money is going to start coming out of your pocket. You're going to start seeing less and less if you get a tax placed on your business, a tax for different things. Yes, I get that we have to keep the infrastructure up to par and up to standard. Okay, now this is why you have different countries. You have different monetary systems in different countries. And I think that the U.S. always wants to shortchange, the U.S. people. Have nothing against other countries and other people from other countries, but I think that their monetary systems would need to be separate in the way they, tax their citizens, the way we get taxed here in the United States. Because if you look further down in this article, we're looking at this right here. Biden's plans will reverse some of Trump's landmark tax cuts, increasing the corporate tax rate to 28% from 21%, and increasing the minimum taxes paid on U.S. companies' foreign income, while making it harder for foreign-owned companies with the U.S. operations to shift profits to low-tax countries. Now, let me just say this. That's a big hike. So now if you were doing good under Trump's administration, then you should be able to now compare the difference in the short time that this administration has been in office. Now, you guys know what I do for a living. I do executive protection, executive security. Okay, and where I work primarily on a farm at the time. At this time, I work on a farm. Okay, now there has been an impact immediately on my wages, on my hours, on the gasoline prices. that now it takes for me to travel to and from work on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis when I compare it to how much money I have to put this to the side to get back and forth from work. So, higher taxes, it takes money out of my pocket. It takes money out of your pocket. And, taxes ought to be at a minimum where, there's no real taxes on services or goods, but, taxes, there's taxes on services and goods, but for, things that are of necessity, there should be no tax. That's just my opinion. But again, we shouldn't be the burden bearers, whether you be in one country or another country, to pay for, debt or their debt type of system. So anyway, guys, you guys come to your own conclusions. Use discernment when it comes to looking at certain individuals in certain administrations, trying to, sift through the crap that they want to put in front of you. But anyway, this right here is the Titles of Nobility Amendment, and we just read over here about this stuff right here. There should be no loopholes or closing loopholes that allow domestic and foreign corporations to take advantage of lower taxes overseas. Well, kind of goes into this in a way that we'll read it, and then I'll get to the next article to kind of explain it a little bit more if you don't understand from this point. Always read the Constitution, guys, of the United States, or the Constitution of your country, because that is the blueprint of, rules and law that are unchangeable. But anyway, the Titles of Nobility is a proposed amendment, or was a proposed amendment to the United States Constitution. The 11th Congress passed it on May 1st, 1810, and submitted it to the state legislatures for ratification. It would strip the United States citizenship from any citizen who accepted a title of nobility from an emperor, king, prince, or foreign power. On 2 occasions between 1812 and 1816, it was within 2 states of the number needed to become part of the Constitution. Congress did not set the time limit for its ratification, so the amendment is still pending before the states. Ratification by an additional 26 states is now needed for its adoption. Now, let's go to this one, and I'll get to what it really means. And this guy sums it up. David Meyer sums it up. This is the Lost Amendment, dated November 25th, 2011. The Titles of Nobility Amendment in 1983. David Dodge and Tom Dunn were searching through public records in Maine, and they came across an 1825 copy of the United States Constitution. To their surprise, it contained a strange 13th Amendment, which is now referred to as the Titles of Nobility Amendment. And for the next few years, Dodge and Dunn searched archives across the United States. They recovered 18 documents printed between 1822 and 1860 that also included this previously unknown amendment, and slowly a bizarre story began to unfold. In the 1800s, American citizens were extremely concerned about foreign involvement in their newly formed government. For example, the marriage of Jerome Bonaparte, Napoleon's younger brother, and Betsy Patterson caused some controversy when they gave birth to a baby boy. Although Patterson was an American, she wanted her child to have the title from France, and she may have even wanted a title of this for herself, which reflected in the fact that the text at the time referred to her as the Duchess of Baltimore. Okay, so anyway, that's just that brief story. The idea of its citizens holding allegiance to another country didn't sit well with young American government, and the idea of such a person holding a U.S. political office was unthinkable. Thus, the Titles of Nobility Amendment was created in order to modify the following section of the Constitution. No title of nobility shall be granted by the United States, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without the consent of the Congress, accept any present, emolument, office, or title of any kind whatsoever. from any king, prince, or foreign state. Article 1, Section 9. The amendment shown below would have extended the law to all citizens. Furthermore, it would have increased the law's domain, making it illegal for a citizen to receive any sort of honor or title from a foreign country without the consent of Congress. If any citizen of the United States shall accept, claim, receive, or retain a title or nobility of honor, or shall, without the consent of Congress, accept and retain any present pension, office, or emolument of any kind whatever, from any emperor, king, prince, or foreign power, such person shall cease to be a citizen of the United States and shall be incapable of holding any office of trust or profit under them or either of them. Okay, so yes, I understand that they're talking about a title, but they're also talking about like present, like pension, like, you know, gifts, things like that. And when we cross those lines, you know, then it kind of leads to corruption in a way. All right. So, you know, I'll leave the rest of this in the descriptions for the video so you guys can kind of go over it yourself and kind of wrap your minds around this, because they do want to reintroduce this to the Constitution. So when this starts coming up, you'll start seeing the reason why is because, you know, there's been a lot of people taking bribes. There's been a lot of people, you know, receiving jobs who are, you know, not qualified, you know, from other countries, things like that. And, you know, that's where, you know, it comes to a point where, you know, government is corrupt, or they become corrupt, or, you know, they don't work for the best interest of the people. So like, you know, take for instance, I'll give you one example. You now have what, Harry and this other Merkel or whatever her name is, coming to the United States. Now, they'll never be able to hold office. Okay. We should also understand that Kamala Harris should not be in office. If you do some research and background checks, you also find out that even here, that once some of this stuff is, you know, back in place, you'll even find some people in the United States kicked out and booted out of the country. I can think of one person, perhaps Dianne Feinstein, will be kicked out of here to China. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So, you know, do your research, do your due diligence, and always, you know, look for different things that they're trying to reintroduce, trying to introduce. One is, you know, good, one is bad, and you have to decide which is which. Okay. Anyway, the SEC is on today. The SEC, this is coming from Crypto News. SEC used to call XRP a digital currency, and it also has to explain this in court why it backs off. And this is kind of coming from Jeremy Hogan. He's the lawyer, or one of the lawyers. Jeremy Hogan, partner at the Hogan and Hogan law firm, has taken on to Twitter to say that 2016 the SEC referred to Ripple Labs in documents as a digital currency company. Now the SEC will have to clarify to the judge, which is today, how it has transformed into a digital security company. And the SEC agreed with FinCEN on XRP status. The lawyer explains that the public document is dated 2016, and back then the U.S. securities regulator considered Ripple affiliated XRP a digital currency, thus agreeing with FinCEN verdict made in 2015. Okay, and this is Jeremy Hogan's Twitter feed. Okay, so you can go ahead and give him a follow, and I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, because in here you could go to this art, you could go to this right here, click this link, and it'll kind of bring you to that portion of the paperwork that he was talking about, dated September 23rd, 2016. And we could go to page 2 like he suggested, and currently serves as an advisor for a digital currency company called Ripple Labs. He has funded numerous prior businesses in the digital currency, telecommunications, and fashion industries, and currently serve as the chairman and of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. So, guys, this is back in 2016. So, this is where we are. In today's news, we do have some good news, and this is breaking from Crypto Well on Twitter as well. I do give that person a follow. Breaking: Judge grants Ripple's request for discovery in relation to SEC determinations of Ethereum and Bitcoin to not be securities in regards to external documents. SEC lawyer says the 2018 speech was not an official position that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities. So, guys, again, if you guys are holding Ethereum and Bitcoin, that might be your cue as far as, if something damaging comes out against Ethereum and Bitcoin, that might damage your value of your holdings. I'm not trying to push FUD or anything like that. That's not my business. But what I will say to you is, I would consider everything that this judge has said, especially when Ripple now has, the judge's approval to get all of this information. And this is coming from some people. You could, look at H. Bar's God says this. He tweets out the fact that they stated they were never officially clarified. Bitcoin and Ethereum is worrying. And Dr. Schwartz stated very worrying. Okay, so, guys, I mean, you got to just look at what people are saying, what they're saying in the XRP community, things like that. And again, use discernment, use your own judgment. Ethereum has a, large ecosystem. And, I do believe it, yeah, they might get hit with something, but I don't think it'll necessarily go away. On the other hand, Bitcoin, who knows? Okay, but again, I want all cryptocurrencies to be successful, but I also want there to be a level playing field as well as clarity, okay, for all of the space. KYC, you got, all of those things that are important to becoming legit in the space where there's no scams, where there's no pump and dumps, things like that. So, again, good news for XRP. XRP is moving. And again, I will always encourage you to hold your position, especially with XRP. If you're taking profits, take the profits from other assets. Hopefully, you can build on top of your XRP holdings. Right now, it's at $1. Listen, you're 1 for 1 now. Okay, you're no 2 for 1, no 3 for 1, no 4 for 1, or none of that. It's over. That time is up. You have to re-strategize. You have to restake your position. Okay, and you have to narrow it down. If you're not, I don't want you to FOMO. Okay, there's no fear of missing out because you've been listening to me for almost 3 months, 4 months now, where I've been very consistent at telling you to build your portfolios and make sure that you have other opportunities available where if it is appreciating in value, you skim from those that you don't skim from your XRP holdings. That's just my advice. That's just my opinion, okay, of what to do or how to do it. And always make sure you have an exit plan. What is your strategy now? Now it is time, closer than ever, folks, that we will be coming upon life-changing wealth. So now you either have made set up a game plan, or you got a game plan. I hope that you do. I know that I do. But we all have to start thinking about those plans and how we're going to be able to be, very strategic, very meticulous in our work, and making sure that we are precise. Okay, there's no room for second guessing. Okay, yes, don't like to take profits. It makes me feel like crap because I just don't like selling my cryptocurrency early. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please share it, like it, hit the thumbs up, hit the rumbles, whatever. Share it on your favorite platform if you think that somebody might be interested in hearing from DRich on a regular, consistent basis every single day, Monday through Friday. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well. And for the subscribers that are already here, thank you for continue to be here. Anyway, guys, have an outstanding rest of your day. God bless. Take care. And as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.